Hey everybody, the Bong is here, ready to give you a brand new Let's Play. Super Adventure Island for the Super Nintendo, and this is brought to you by MuchGames.ca. I remember doing this Let's Play around 4 years ago, and I decided, you know what, since I already did the 3 Adventure Island games on Much Games, why not touch back on this game that I previously did as well? So unfortunately, Master Higgins wanted to spend some time alone with his girlfriend or wife at the time, and this mysterious figure called the Dark Cloak turns her into stone. Why? You know, just for a little bit of mischief, because, you know, why else would you petrify someone? But looks like I'm unable to move. Oh, well, I guess that's going to be off to a good start, isn't it? Alright, just let me turn this thing off, then turn it back on again. For some reason, I was unable to move. Thanks a lot, game. I mean, that's what happens when the controller just decides, you know what, I'm not going to kick in yet. But it probably will soon enough. If I'm able to skip this, and indeed I am, we can finally get started with the game! Lack of professionalism, everyone! I mean, it's already gotten me some bit of success. But I guess it's not going to stop there. Basically, the controls are the same as any typical Adventure Island game. You just throw the hammers to kill enemies, jump over rocks to make sure you don't lose any energy. You need energy to stay alive, otherwise you will die. Now, unfortunately, there is no run feature, so you have to make do with that. Luckily, you can actually aim your hammers upward or downward, depending on where you're throwing them. Pick up boomerangs, that's also nice. You can throw them upward, which is a nice change of pace compared to the other Adventure Island games, and thankfully I skipped over that rock. And if you finish with the maximum amount of health, you'll get 8,000 bonus points. The more points you have, the more likely you're going to get an extra life. So try to get as many lives as possible, because chances are you will be needing them, knowing that one hit will kill you. Alright, so we're at 1-2 already. This is not a very long game by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, each world is going to have like 3 levels and then a boss battle. And there's only going to be like 5 worlds. That goes to show how short this game is. If you're able to get like the maximum amount of upgrades for a weapon, whether it's the hammer or the axe. Oh, by the way, just hold down while you're... jump when you're holding down, and you'll execute a power jump. What was I about to say? But yeah, this game is pretty short, and I mean, you do have like a total of 15 levels and 5 bosses. And if you have like fire, you can actually destroy the rocks. And your attacks just do more damage, which is pretty nice. Damage is always nice, as long as you're not the target. When it comes to those enemies that throw the spear, just make sure you're ducking so you can avoid the spear. I don't think I missed the bonus area. Maybe I did miss the bonus area. Yeah, I did. Yeah, like, each world, I believe, will have at least one bonus area, so you can go snag some lives. So try to be on the lookout for them and don't miss them like I just did. But if you know how to play the game, you'll survive without them. Hopefully. It's not like it's gonna be like, I missed a bonus stage, I must end my life now! Don't be like that. That's never the way to go in life. As far as these candles go, if you jump over them, or try to jump over them, their flames will shoot up. So make sure you got a very high jump, because if you don't, you're gonna get incinerated right in the ass. And I don't think you can destroy these boulders, so be very careful with that. Just jump over them. Okay, so far so good. Don't forget to just fire your weapons at random, because sometimes you'll find invisible fruit. I don't know how that happens to be, but apparently it is. These enemies are a pain in the ass because they're so small and they like to jump at you. But if you got like a decent weapon, you should be able to hit them as long as you keep throwing your weapon. Don't get them too close to you, because they will kill you. Remember, Master Higgins is very fragile for a superhero. Pretty much anything can kill him. At least it's on a skateboard, then it can just take like one grace hit, but that's it. Everything else, just be on the lookout. And hey, the fruit is also points as well. So that's another good reason to grab some fruit. Alright, so we made it through like 3 levels within 4 or 5 minutes. Remember the interruption from earlier because my controller would not register at first. But now we got ourselves our first boss, for some reason who wants you to talk to the hand. If you're fast enough, you'll be able to defeat him before he even launches a single attack. Which is that flame wave and the ghost on top will try to lunge into you as well. I believe it's every 50,000 points you'll get an extra life. I could be wrong. That being said, we finished World 1, so now let's go to World 2, which is a beach area. Let's go. Catch some rays. And I'm not talking about the same rays that killed Steve Irwin. We don't want to catch those rays. We might run into them later on when we start our first water level. Yeah, water levels are never fun. I think there's only 2 of them in the entire game. Just watch out for those penguins that try to do the Raiden Superman attack on you. Just be careful with these fish as well. I don't know how they're surviving. But if you stay on the skateboard, you should be able to avoid that penguin over there altogether. He'll never be able to dive into you because you're too fast. But it was nice of him to just tag along, 'cause I mean, what else is he going to see in this world? I mean, there's flowers and palm trees, but what else is a penguin going to do? You can't do much other than just wave to me. That being said, let's go to 2-2. Okay, just be careful with the platforming here because you can't just swim in this water. For some reason you can swim, but if you jump in this water, you die. I never understood why some water is safer than others. But that's the way it is, so you gotta stick with the rules that the game allots to you. Huh, look at that walrus over there. He just seems so happy. Or maybe he's just crying for help. I don't know. But he won't be able to cry anymore because he did. So is this one. Okay, there's a bonus. Stretch them legs, and then we go on. The way this works, you just have to jump on all the trampolines and grab all the items. And when you do, you'll get the 1-up. And if there's milk over there, grab it. Perfect! And you get a 1-up for it. Of course, you still have to grab the 1-up, because if you don't, then, well, you don't get the perfect. Well, and you'll get the perfect, you just won't get the 1-up that comes with it. And, well, that was the whole point of it. That last jump I made over there, sometimes the penguin might actually still dive at you, and there's a great chance you're gonna get hit. I got lucky. Ah, and I get another extra life for that. Awesome. I believe if you do game over, you get to continue from the beginning of the world. I'm not sure. I got swallowed by Moby Dick! In Soviet Russia, Dick swallow you! So right now we're inside this whale. With some jazzy music, of course. You're gonna find lots of invisible fruit here, so make sure you keep hitting around the sides. And the eel will attack you with electricity if you allow it to turn around. So if you see it, kill it right away. I believe the electricity shoots diagonally, so keep that in mind. If you're like in the cardinal directions, like north, south, east, and west, you should be fine. I'm hoping you will. I mean, there's no reason you can't be, despite the fact we are underwater, so to speak, and there is electricity. So shouldn't all the water be electrified? Nope, just apparently just particular spots where the lightning bolts happen to be at. I don't know why that works, but hey, better than instant death, right? Where you have no chance of survival. Which would happen if all the water was electrified. Alright, so far so good. Oh, I'm missing a kiwi over there, but that's alright. Besides, I got, like, lots of points. Speaking of kiwi, there's even more over here. Okay, I remember this boss being a little bit of a pain in the ass, not just to fight, but to get to. And I'll show you why soon enough, once we begin the battle. Yeah, you gotta go around these urchins. But if you just take that path, you're okay. Okay, now I gotta take on this giant kraken over here. Just watch out for the arm. The fish will launch themselves upward to try to bite you, and apparently they go to heaven even though they're sinking into hell. Don't ask how that works, but apparently that's how it works. And there, second boss defeated. That didn't take too long. You know what? I think I might as well just do World 3 as well. This game, like I said before, is staggeringly short. Oh look, I found the Deku tree. Just the ugly twin of it. Okay, trying to remember where the bonus was. Oh yeah, it was over here. Yeah, in this world you find the bonus very early. I remember this one being a little tricky, because you have to make some leap of faith down here, but it's a blind jump, so you can't see it. And the camera scrolling is not that good for this spot. And I snagged like 2 1-ups because I managed to get like another 50,000 points overall. Which would be the 3rd life I got with that. That's pretty cool. Random kiwi, sure why not? Careful with that enemy because it can just fly right into you. And that's no good. Especially if you just happen to land on it. Ooh. I remember this level being a little bit of a pain in the ass. There was either that one or the second climbing level. Aw, Norton, I forgot to put you in silent mode. So, ow! I blame Norton for that. It's all Norton's fault. So unfortunately, you lose all your weapons and you have to rebuild them again. It's unfortunate, so hopefully this part won't look too ugly as a result of that. And by that, I mean, like, choppy. Ooh, that was way too close. I saw myself getting hit there. Okay, in order to, like, get some upgrades, I need, like, the same type of weapon. And I just keep finding one and then the other, and that just keeps going. Okay, until that time. So now I got 2. Good. Yeah! Time to make up for that life I just lost. Sadly, I lost the fire, but hopefully I'll get another boomerang and then another boomerang. Maybe I'll just have to ignore the axes until I get the fire again. Until then, I have to settle with like a weaker weapon. So I'm just going to ignore the axe on purpose. Otherwise, I'll just be throwing 2 axes. I'll end up with egg on my face if there was another axe, and surely there was. So why don't I just go backwards for the sake of doing so? The axe should still be there. But I don't want to spend too much time backtracking, otherwise I'm going to run out of time and I will die. And thus I'll have to pick everything up again! Which completely nullifies all my progress. Okay, back to the fire. Norton, how many background tasks do you have to do? Jesus! That's the 3rd time you popped up! You're always so needy. I hate needy antivirus software. Always just calling me and everything. It's like, hey, what's up? Can I just do like a registry scan or something? It's always at the worst possible time, too. I guess it's my fault for not putting you in silent mode. So I apologize if this part looks a little wrecked, but you should still see everything clear to a major extent. Alright, so now we're at 3-3. Now this part can be pretty interesting, because now we're going to be on a minecart. Little bits at a time, of course. Just be sure to jump off, because you won't be able to stay on that thing forever. I mean, you can stay on if you, like, want to lose a life. That's entirely your call. But that completely nullifies why you play this game in the first place, and that's to win. You don't play to lose. Unless you're the Buffalo Bills. Ooh, you mad, Bills fans? All 3 of you, and they probably don't have internet connection. So they likely ain't watching this video. Yeah. I do find it weird that every time you throw a weapon, you gotta hear that jumping in the cart noise again. Like, what the point of that? Ooh, I only need 100 more points for another extra life. Okay, time to take on the 3rd boss. And this one can be a bit tricky because you're like standing on the boss. Gotta aim at its head like a Capcom boss. And just watch out for those little holes over there because lava will fall out. And of course, when you get it down to nearly dead, it goes faster. And we got an extra life right away. Alright, so we made it to World 4 in only one video with under 20 minutes. I mean, I could just continue on to World 5, but then the video would be way too short for Part 2. So in the next part, we're going to begin World 4. Goodbye, everyone.